adversity in itself is an advantage and not always a combination and composition of all the bad, cruel, and basically worst things that happens to us or that have ever happened to us. Because in the midst of all that is bad, there is always a scope for learning. There is always something good also in one way or another. Because without that good that lies with and everything bad, we would not have been able to survive the most dangerous and greatest adversities, tragedies, conflicts, famines, wars, starvations, crises in our lives, in the history of the mankind, and we still cannot survive adversity, misery, misfortune if it is devoid of good, if it just does not have any good, authenticity, righteousness, talent, and other property to and about itself. And because all these bad things of misfortune, tragedy, adversity have always have got their own good and righteousness, we have also always been able to survive and get through and successfully qualify in all of those tests and examinations of life. And also we made ourselves transformed, transcendental, invincible, self-realized anyway. So we literally achieved transcendentalism in our lives alongside self-knowledge, invincibility, because of the power of all the bad things that happens to us or that have ever happened to us. Because bad things are also the good things at the same time in one way or another, depending upon the perspective of the people or the individual man or woman dealing or confronting with it in one way or another. So obviously that's how this differentiation and paradox of the bad things of adversity works. And we should consider all adversity, tragedy, betrayal, rejection in our lives, both internal and external, as a gift, as advantage for growth, learning, and the ultimate kind of obviously internal and external transformation and spiritual awakening happens because of pain. Spiritual awakening does not happen in pleasure, comfort, relaxation, and vain leisure, but transformation, transcendentalism, sovereignty, invincibility only happens and appears in our lives when we have pain, when we have friction in our lives in one way or another, when we are painful, tragical, then only those things and miracles happens in one way or another. So obviously we should not be frustrated with others for adversity. We should turn inward and consider adversity as one of the greatest components in our lives for growth, because the road itself is the way for growth, learning. The path itself is the obstacle and also advantage at the same time. So that's how this differentiation, paradox, adversity, and bad things works in our lives. Obviously, we should transform